who made up the Jamaican language called Patwah. The history of the language goes like this. The Jamaican language was made up by enslaved Afro-Jamaicans, and their mixedras, and mulatto Afro-enslaved children, who also were born into slavery, and were seen on the plantations working, alongside their parents, or if the mixedras' children were born female, they would be taken to the house, and work as live-in housekeepers. All that and more took place in Jamaica, during the height of slavery. The mixedras and mulatto children number increased significantly, when women were taken forcefully raped, beaten and put to work, for their slave masters and slave masters' extended family, and visitors. The Jamaicans were being overworked, without pay, so the plantation workers, both men and women and their mixedras mulatto children, hatched out a plan to escape. Then the Jamaicans cleverly created another language called Patwah. It is a form of broken language, formed in Jamaica, in the 1500s and 1600s, to confuse the captors that enslaved them. Patwah developed when enslaved Jamaicans learned and nativized the vernacular and dialectal forms of English, spoken by the slaveholders. How did Jamaicans get their language? Also called Jamaican Creole English, or Jamaican Creole, the language of the Jamaican people. Well, it began to develop fully in the 1600s in Jamaica, when they started to plot their escape from their slaveholders. The slaves were divided into groups, deliberately, without a common language to prevent revolt. What is Jamaican's first language? Although English is the official language of Jamaica, the majority of the population speak Jamaican Patwa. Jamaican Patwa exists mainly as a spoken language, and is also heavily used for musical purposes, especially in reggae and dancehall, as well as other genres. Although standard British English is used for most writing in Jamaica, Jamaican Patwa has gained ground as a literary language, for almost 100 years. Claude McKay published his book of Jamaican poems Songs of Jamaica in 1912. Patwa and English are frequently used for stylistic contrast, code switching, in new forms of Internet writing.